Hello, I'm Robin Fiked at Stamping Country. Welcome to my studio. Today we're going to make this beautiful journal. It's all about the flowers and the bows and just all kinds of pretties on the cover. Stampin' Up! Has you covered for the inside. I'm going to start with the Pressed Petals Journal by Stampin' Up! You're going to love this cute little journal. I love the little spiral binding, but I especially love the debossed front. Just look at that, the subtle beauty. Gorgeous. And on the inside we have sentiments that are soft and graceful and beautiful sketches, and it just looks like something out of a gardening journal or something, but you could use it as a Thanksgiving journal or memory keeping. But for today, let's work on the cover. Let's make it gorgeous. I did a previous video on how to make these mums and daisies using daisy punches, and I'm going to leave a link for that above and in the description. But for today, we're going to make a smaller daisy. We used the regular daisy punch for the previous one. We're going to use the medium daisy punch to make this smaller mum to fit on our journal. The big one was just too big for our little journal, and the big daisy is just too big, so we're going to use the medium daisy punch also to make the daisy. And to see that tutorial, just be sure to click the link that I provide. But for today, I'm going to show you how to make this blue flower and these little flowers on the bottom. Would you believe they're made with washi tape? Yeah. Pretty exciting. Okay, let's get started. We'll start with the blue flower. And I'm going to use a couple of dies from the Magnolia Memory dies, one for the petals and one for the stamen. I'm using blueberry bushel cardstock and crushed curry cardstock. I'm using my bone folder to score the center of the petals and then flipping them back. And then you want to scrunch up your stamens, and we'll stack the two stamens together on the flower. We're also going to punch two medium daisies with Whisper White cardstock. And we're going to score those petals down the center with, first, let's add a little color. So I'm going to use my sponge dauber to add some blueberry bushel ink. On my previous journal, I used a lighter color, Seaside Spray, so you can decide if you want it brighter or lighter. Now we're going to score down the center of our petals using our bone folder. We're going to do that on both layers, and then we're going to use our hot glue gun to layer the two daisies, or stack, and then we'll place those on top of the blueberry bushel petals, and we'll stack our stamens together and place those in the center of the flower. What a beautiful combination. And it gives a pop of brightness on our journal, which is oh so fun. Let's do the little band, the sentiment. We're going to do a little heat embossing. I'm going to use the Daisy Lane stamp set, and we're going to use the sentiment, It's Your Time to Shine. I'm using Versamark ink because it's sticky. Rub off your cardstock with your embossing buddy, and then stamp your sentiment. And then while the ink is still sticky, we're going to pour on some gold embossing powder. Tap that off, brush off any excess. And now the magic begins. We're going to use our heat tool, and you'll watch as the powder melts and becomes a smooth, shiny image. It's your time to shine. How appropriate. I've cut my sentiment with the Stitched Rectangles dies, which is very nice. The paper itself is Mary Merlot. Now, would you like to learn how to make a triple bow? I'm using crushed curry crinkled seam binding. Now you're going to just use your fingers. We're going to loop it around on the top and the bottom. So you should have 3 loops on the top, 3 loops on the bottom. So we're sort of weaving in and out, in and out, in and out. We'll trim that, and then we're going to take our tail and chase it down the rabbit hole. The rabbit's going to come up the other side, loop it around the bottom of that loop, come up from the bottom, and then tighten. That's all there is to making this beautiful triple bow. We'll trim up our tails. Oh, the fun is about to begin. This is braided linen trim. I just needed something else, some other little happy element, so I decided to use this braided trim. I'm simply tying it through the binding and tying a very simple basic bow. We'll fray the ends of our bow just because I like the look. We're definitely going to have to glue down that tail. It has a mind of its own. So just fray both ends. Hot glue gun will take care of that mischievous tail. Place our other bow, your lovely triple bow, and we'll begin stacking on our elements. Don't go away because we're going to make that washi tape flower yet. Fluff up your petals. Then comes the mum, our daisy, or I think it looks like a black-eyed Susan. What do you think? Beautiful. All right, you ready for this washi tape flower? This is the Pressed Petals washi tape, and it is the most amazing washi tape I've ever used. You just simply peel off the petals to build your flower. You can make them bigger by spreading out the petals, or you can make it smaller by tucking them in on the center. And then I'm going to use the Perennial Essence Floral Centers to make the center of the flower. We're going to scrunch up a little very vanilla lace trim just because I think it's pretty and we needed something here. We'll add our heat embossed sentiment. It's your day to shine. Now this washi tape has another roll. It comes in a 2-pack. So I'm going to use some of this just because I think it looks good. It looks like it belongs on a journal. And one more little trinket. This is a leaf trinket. Just for that spot. Perfect for that spot. Let's make another flower. Watch how fast these come together. The other thing is, you can move them around a little bit. They're a little forgiving. If you don't quite have it where you want it, just move it quick. Beautiful. Put on that little floral center. Gorgeous. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks so much for stopping by and have a fabulous day.